paint the picture of an example of how the culture was used in order to bring peace between two opposing entities? Give us an
How
example of
hip
that.
hop was used to
Yeah,
bring peace
yeah, yeah,
between people?
yeah.
It
Like it
was
would.
either a sit down or a battle,
There you go.
basically.
There you go. Break that down. Could you break that? Let's break down the battle
I
first.
mean, the battle is, you think you better than me, I think I'm better than you. Well, let's go settle this in front of a crowd. You bring your shit out, I bring my shit out. You play for an hour, I play for an hour. You play for an hour, I play for an hour. The crowd judge who won. After that, we got bragging rights. I bust your ass in the back.
Now talk about the sit down. Like
Okay,
who
the
who
sit down thing.
who orchestrated the
Africa
sit down?
Bambaataa, it was the main instrument for as far as unity in hip hop. It's his term, peace, unity, love, and having fun. It's a term that came from Bambaataa and the Zulu Nation. And I think he single-handedly brought about that unity because we talked earlier. I tell you about how it wasn't all kumbaya and all that shit. You know what I mean? Niggas was over here, niggas was over there. But Bambaataa, his thing was let's bring everybody together under one roof. And when he would have events, it wouldn't be everybody bring their equipment because when we first used to do events and it was a multiple DJ, it was your crew, my crew. It was your set over there, your set was over there, my set was over there. And when each of us played, we played on our own set. A lot of times that shit led to, delays in the party when somebody's set wasn't right or whatever, this and that. Mine a lot of times. Bullshit, the worst set. But yeah, Bambaataa was like, yo, everybody come to Bronx River and everybody get on and on my set, on one good set, and everybody, and that took away the stress and the tension of your set having to be comparable to Bam's or whatever like that. As far as actual sit downs, Bam was the first person to recognize beefs in hip hop between different sanctions or whatever, and say, yo, come to the table, come sit down, and let's work this out. Let's talk it out.
He was like Farrakhan,
Yeah, exactly. Bam was a
the
Farrakhan
hip
for
hop's
hip hop
Farrakhan, right?
in the early days. And I remember Red Alert, the whole hip hop like consortium, like the first school of hip hop was mad at Red Alert because Red Alert had got on radio and he wasn't playing nobody's shit. He wasn't playing old school nigga shit. So niggas was up in arms and talking about, yo, you Zulu, this and that, you
How,
killed this and that. And bam, we came together. We had a meeting at Bronx River and Red sat down, everybody that had a problem or whatever sat down. And the bottom line was Red was like, yo, if your shit is banging,
I'm
I'm gonna
gonna
play it.
play.
how did Bam develop the
If it's
respect level?
whack, I ain't gonna play it. And it was just as simple as that. Nigga, come with some heat. You know what I mean? But had that not happened, to this day, niggas have had some reservations about Red Alert. Have some shit in the back of their mind. Cause believe me, that shit lasts. That shit lasts. I got niggas coming at me now like that. They probably been hating me for I don't know how motherfucking long, but waited till I was damn near 65 years old to want to battle me or some shit like that.
Why was Bam respected so much where he was able to do that though?
Bam was respected like that because it seemed like Bam had principles in hip hop. Everybody was like into these. Kool Herc was Kool Herc. He was the father. He wasn't even recognized the father yet. This was later on. But Kool Herc had the highest, status. Okay, and then you had Smokey, and then you had Bam and Flash, and then Disco King Mario, and guys like that. But Bam was the only one that was the head of an organization, okay, which
Zulu
was
Nation.
first called the organization. I mean, the Black Spades,
Oh, there you go.
from the
There you
Black
go.
Spades
There you go.
to the organization to the Zulu Nation.
Right.
So, and there was a lot of groups underneath Zulu Nation. So Bam had like a nation of motherfuckers. All right. So when he invited you to something, it was a big thing. He was like Grand Poobah type nigga.
Right.
And because the Zulu Nation had principles and bylaws and all that, it was like the first organized, I guess hip hop nation or group, organization, you could say. And I think people respected Bam like that. You know, he was about peace, unity, you know, and all that. And that's why he could say, we're gonna call this culture hip hop. We're gonna get together and call this hip hop. We're gonna resolve any differences or beefs that we have with within ourselves.
Right.
And that's why he held that status in hip hop.
Right. Now, with that being one of the main elements of the culture itself, how do you feel about the disconnect that now society-wise has with somebody that was so instrumental in developing the culture?
I think it's the
Is that a
same.
good question though? Like,
Yeah, it is. It is, and I like the way you said it. I think it's the same disconnect that people have with Bill Cosby now, and people have with other people whose images have been tarnished by things that they have done or allegedly done. Of course, we know the plots that have gone on to make our black leaders and men, you know, look bad, you know, in our eyes, change their image and perception to kill our hero worship for them.
Put makeup on them.
We don't know what we don't know. I know Bam in particular. There's been no charges levied against him. He hasn't been convicted in any court of anything. But the principles that he set forth for the Zulu nation and for hip hop, I think, have nothing to do with whatever else is going on with him. Just like a lot of people who've done great things, you know, for the country, for people, or whatever, and had their vices or whatever they were. The value that he brought to hip hop, I think, is invaluable. It's invaluable. At a time when nobody was talking about kumbaya and get together, Bam was talking kumbaya. Bam was talking, we can do this together. Bam was talking about this should be about peace. Bam was saying, brother, to this day, peace is my greeting because of
right,
Bam.
right.